Okay. So now we are going to talk about how we should create the organization. When there are hundreds of people involved, or even 10 people are involved, or when there are 100 people are involved, or when there are 1,000 people are involved, it is very important how we organize the structure or society that will create all the difference. If you organize the country very well, any country that is organized perfectly does best. The example is right in front of our eyes, our neighbor, China. The country is organized just perfectly. I mean, as perfect as they can. But it is better than all other countries. It is organized properly. So organization is the most important thing. So anything that is organized properly does the success. So our fundamental goal is to organize, lay down the structure of the organization so good that it is absolutely infallible. So the organization has to be laid with some principles. The first principle of it, what Sangavkar Master has shown us, that निस्वार्थीपणा. So leave your ego aside. म्हणजे ह्या मीटिंग मध्ये येताना चप्पल बाहेर ठेवून द्यायची. चप्पल असं लोकांना सांगायचं, चप्पल बाहेर ठेवून द्यायची म्हणजे काय, मी मोठा मी छोटा, मला ही पोस्ट पाहिजे, मला ती पोस्ट पाहिजे वगैरे, हे आपल्यामध्ये चालणार नाही. Having said that, there has to be a criteria who holds what post, or who is in the leadership position. There has to be a criteria for that. So we have to lay down the criteria, and those criteria are not how much money you have paid for this. The criteria is not how much effort you are putting in it either. What is the end result of your effort? Whether you put 4 hours or 10 hours or 15 hours in this thing, but the result is not getting produced, whereas somebody else is he is creating more result to this thing. That person, if he has got time, he should be in leadership position. So we have to create a structure in which, there are people are given tasks, and people are, we should be understanding, and people should be more motivated to do it, and we have to see who is motivated to do it, and how much output he is producing, how much how intelligent he is, and what is the production he is producing, and that person will become automatically the leader. So how do we divide people? So we have to create teams. We have to, first of all, we have got to abolish these words. The words which we have inherited, the committee, vice chairman, chairman, all the words we have to completely abolish. Those words have come from England, from their original dukes and duchess and all this system and things like that. And we should not inherit them just because the system is already there. We have got to think out of the box and create our own structure. And in this structure, I would put the names as team leader, representative of the team, and things like that. And we create teams, and we give responsibilities to the people, and then we take it from there. So even there are 10 people with us right now, suppose. Even then, we can create 2 or 3 teams, and we can work in team towards whichever it has inclination, more aptitude for that. So we make those people into a team. म्हणजे आपल्याकडे पूर्वी जी जाती व्यवस्था होती, की म्हणजे कुंभाराचा मुलगा कुंभार, कारण तो त्याला शिकवणार, कारण त्याला तो ऍप्टिट्यूड, जर तो आर्टिस्ट असेल तर he does that work. It is better that he does that work rather than he is sitting down and reading Gita and things like that. He's not interested in doing that. So anybody who is interested has the aptitude of doing what, and he has got inclination and wants to do it, that work we will give to that person. And that's how, because people are motivated to they will do it free if they are given the work what they like. If they will, somebody like painting, he will do the painting for us free because he just wants to do it. So similarly, so we have got to find out what aptitude each person has got. So ते माणसं हेरायला लागतात म्हणतात ना, ते म्हणजे शिवाजी महाराजांनी केलं ते बेसिकली. So he has such a wonderful this thing ability to put the slot person in the slots. Who will do what? So we have got to put the people in the slots. हा काय करू शकेल तो कर. सगळ्यांना हे तुम्हाला माहिती आहे, मी जस्ट वर्ड्स मध्ये टाकतो आहे ऑल दिस थिंग्स. So we will make the teams. We will not make committees. We will make teams, and we will make some people responsible for representing that team to this thing. So initially, when there are only 10 people, if they all are this thing, team leaders, they are all could be team leaders. But suppose if there are 50 people, if there are 50 people or more, like even there are 100 people making in the teams. So 100 people cannot attend the Zoom meeting. It is very difficult to coordinate. So what we will do, just like how Google set up their business, or all successful businesses, how did they set up their businesses? Facebook, you name it, all these big businesses, how they do is that they are project oriented. So everything, they make the teams based on the project. Okay, so there are 100 people. They ask the people who know, the human resources knows who can do what, and they create a particular, they assemble a team. They assemble a team for a particular project, and then they finish the project, and they may disassemble the team, and they can form another new team for a new project, because many different teams are maybe necessary for creating finishing one project. So many projects are like that you need many teams for finishing a project. So we will base our organization team based, and then the team leaders. For example, we have 100 people and there are 10 teams, and each team has got 10 people. Okay, then the team the representative असेल or team leader असेल, that person will report is the wrong word, but he will coordinate with the other team member, other team heads, to decide that who should be with 10 team heads the आले एकत्र. So then they can decide who can take the lead and overall lead and coordinate the whole thing. Whole thing has to be coordinated, because so this is the basic of the structure which I am proposing. Second thing I am proposing is that we have got to be very transparent in money, because one should not, the money is the number one thing. We have got to have money. Without money, nothing happens in the world. Everything, because the money is nothing but intelligence, time spent. When one person for individually, for an individual person, what is money is your intelligence, your effectiveness, efficiency. Your intelligence, efficiency, and time spent is equal to money you generate in your life. Similarly, with the organization, there is a fourth dimension. That is number of people working on the same goal. So if you have whole team working on the same goal, same goal for 10 people put together, then it becomes a very effective thing. Same thing is happening in China. 1 crore, so many crore people working on the same goal. So naturally, there is no two ways to go. Only one party, one goal, one language, one community, one similar culture. They have created everything one. So that is paying off for China right now. So similarly, for our organization to become successful, we have to give many people, when they are there, they should all work in one direction. And so that goal will be, direction will be decided by the Politburo. I would call it a Politburo. So I will give a simile. In China, there is a Politburo of 20 people, and below that there are 200 people, and below that there are 2,000 people. So it is a hierarchical structure where the team leaders represent. So China is not a dictatorship. China is not a dictatorship. China is a different kind of a democracy. Example that I'm deviating from that a little bit, because it is the Western media has labeled it as dictatorship, but the person at the top, I'll make a little bit of exception to, there is an exception to that rule that has happened. But otherwise, the structure was made in such a way that if you are interested in politics, you join the party. Then once you join the party, you get elected within the party at the local level. The people who are elected on the local level meet together and elect somebody to go on the higher level. And it goes into 4 or 5 levels like that. And then the Politburo is created. So if she dies, the Communist Party is not dying, or the structure remains intact. And the people who are not interested in politics they do not know who to vote. That's the problem. If the person is already there in the organization, attending the meetings regularly, then only he can vote. So we are not going to keep the vote for all 750 people to elect the president. No. We are going to create teams, then team leaders will decide who is the leader, and those leaders will decide who is going to be the president of Malwan Education Society in future. That is my structure, and not because I am here, I paid money, and I don't want many more shareholders because then I don't have a control who votes for whom and things like that. So I want very small society, and then we want a big society, huge number of members. Every person who graduates from the school should be automatically a member of this thing. If he pays 1,000 rupees per year, he becomes 1 tier higher. The people 1 tier higher means he can become a coordinator. If not, you are just an observer. You just be there, and that we keep sending them messages, motivating them to spend 1,000 rupees because that's their duty. So you give them a sense of duty and tell them that every child you have got who is graduated from high school, he has got a responsibility to pay only 1,000 rupees per year to the school, because the school educated you for a small amount of money, and we want to grow. And we want to grow this into all children in Malwan, and we have to give a lot of better service to our school children. That's why we are doing it. So we have got to give them responsibility, keep sending one message per month to these people. Whereas the people who are actually coordinators, they should get one message per week. So they should get one message, and we have got to keep informing the people who have paid the money, what are the accounts? What is the transparency of your accounts? What happened to the money? How much was created? Create a link, and the whole accounting they can see there. What happened to their 1,000 rupees? They should know to the last rupee what happened to their money. So that's the transparency part of it. And they don't have, all the coordinators don't have a say on to who gets who becomes president, or president means the team leader. So the 10 people will decide who's their team leader. That can change. The people can decide who is their team leader in their team, or who is the representative, or if the team leader is not there. This is very important. At every stage, there should be a second person and third person. In Google will never stop. If any, no team will stop if that person is dead, gone, or poached by another company. because people get poached, in companies, because they leave. But immediately there is a next person available right there to take his place, and he knows exactly what to do and what's happening in the project. So we will structure it that way, that that immediately there is a person to take over his job, so that we can go forward. So this is the part I'm going to
Yeah,
stop
can I can
recording.
I just can I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
say
I'm going to
something
I'm
for
going to I'm going to record you again. Okay, hold on.